Whew. All right. Morning, guys. It is, yeah, it's early. It's 3 a.m., well, 3:30 on a Wednesday, but I have another day off, so I don't mind. Took a bit of a late night nap last night, went to bed at like 10, woke up at 1-ish, 2, and didn't go to the gym yesterday, so definitely kicking and rearing for a gym day today. And don't get me wrong, it was partly planned. Kind of happy that I'm going to be going to the gym at like 4 a.m. today. Hopefully I can speak a little bit louder like I'm doing right now to you guys and really just speak my mind. I feel like, man, I care so much about what other people think. It's crazy. Even if I don't know who they are, don't care. Like, that I'm never going to see them again maybe. And like, even if I do see them again in the gym, they have no meaning in my life currently, so why do I care about my impact on theirs? It's just so strange. And then I'm not being like rambunctious, you know? I get this weird, it's not imposter syndrome, but like, why do I feel like I'm in a position where I can even speak to a camera? Like, how am I an authority of any sort? But it's just silly. It's me getting in my own way. So either way, the plan today is to kind of have an easier time at that because it's 4 a.m. And besides that, also speak to you guys about my training and just kind of walk you guys through what I do. And then hopefully people can learn from that or even feel motivated from that. We are on day 7 of the shred, so you guys can hop on. We're still in the first week. But already seeing progress. Weighed in at 180, no, sorry, that would be crazy, 158.9 today. So definitely on the lower end. Happy to be in the 150s. Starting to get comfortable down here. Get a little bit lower and I'll be real happy. Starting to see some ab formation for the first time in my entire life, by the way. So definitely feeling good about that. But yeah, I mean, the main focus today is really just hypertrophy training, making sure that we're training for mass. Bro, I've done the strength training thing. You don't get aesthetic bodies from strength training. I mean, you can, don't get me wrong, and that's its own aesthetic in itself, of course, but what I'm aiming for right now is like a self-confidence boost, I did that, you know what I mean, like that kind of feeling. And I'm definitely getting there already, so I'm gonna stick with it, with the hypertrophy training, with the bodybuilding-esque training, and training for size. So even if I'm a little bit of a weak bitch, we're going to be training to get big, even if we are still going to be lifting those 12 kg dumbbells in a month and a half. I mean, the approach doesn't change much at all within these few days. It's only been 7, right? So it shouldn't be changing much. I feel like you change your approach once things start to plateau, once things start to stagnate, but pretty much a completely new training plan for me with the 4-day split, so no point switching that up right now. I have switched a few of the movements just because I feel like I wasn't getting enough mind-muscle connection on a few of my movements, and that's another really key part of the hypertrophy training that I'm trying to do. But besides that, I mean, continue with the 4-day split, continue with taking those days off when I just feel like my body needs it, and the results should come. And obviously continue the food tracking outside of gym as well. I think that's something that's under highlighted by so many people, and even the people who over highlight it, they don't emphasize it enough, bro. It's crazy how much my mindset changed when I watched some random 30 viewer sorry some random 30 viewer YouTube person, guy, man, gym influencer, who literally just looked at the camera and told me, bro, if you want shit to change, you've got to change. Like, it's actually that simple. And that affected my diet the most, is like, I wanted to build this physique on McDonald's cheeseburgers and nights out and drinking cider every other day and not sleeping properly and not eating any whole foods whatsoever. Like, where's the... My goodness, that disconnect was crazy. But now that we've, recognized that I mean, you can do it. Like, some people are freaks and some people, take the special juice, and then that helps out, and you can definitely achieve it. But you're gonna be hungry all the time because you're not gonna be eating a massive calorie surplus. If you're doing it properly, and you're gonna be consuming you could do it. You could eat 4 McDonald's cheeseburgers, stay under 2,000 calories, and then like the other 400 calories that you have in the day are just pure like turkey mince. You could do it. You could hit your protein goals, and you could build the physique off of the cheeseburgers, bro. But it's just so unbearable as a lifestyle. So yeah, I mean, at the moment, just staying consistent with my eating is a really big key thing for me outside of gym. And then besides that, it's just, I mean, I get 20,000 steps a day at my work. So I definitely hit my cardio goals no matter what. So, on top of working that minimum wage job, which I think a lot of us do. A lot of us do work minimum wage jobs. You can track your steps, see if you're doing enough calorie burning there. And then if you are, then all you have to do when you get to the gym is just lift until your muscles don't want to pick it up anymore, bro. So that's what we're going to go do. I'll see you guys when I'm in there. Hopefully I don't die on my walk through Birmingham at 3:50 in the morning. Later. So, we made it to the gym, and it's, well, you could probably say it's pretty darn empty. You can tell just by the angle being slightly better, I hope at least, and the fact that I'm actually speaking to you guys. But yeah, I'm going to start with some bench press. It's chest and biceps day, so I'm going to start it strong. I was talking about hypertrophy training earlier and how I'm training for size. The one thing that I want strength-wise to go up, though, is the bench. So slightly mixed training for this. But yeah, I'm going to try and push the weight today. Just pure focus. I can't exactly remember if this was the weight that I was working with last week, so fingers crossed that it's not too heavy. Obviously, I should be okay. I'll feel it out once I've got it up and in front of me, and I should be able to do 1 rep with it realistically. But yeah, just trying to increase either the load or the reps every week. And for me, this is about a week since my last chest day, but it should be every chest, or every single time I'm repeating a muscle, I should be increasing either by 1 rep or by a little bit of weight, just because I'm still pretty fresh, I'd say, to this training. Obviously, what I mean by that is to training while eating the proper amount of calories, the proper amount of protein, getting the proper amount of sleep. I'm still relatively new to such a strict outside of gym regimen, so I feel like I should be getting pseudo newbie gains, or like relatively high gains in comparison to somebody who's been training for a while, and accompanying that with the proper nutrition. So yeah, still aiming to progress pretty quickly, and that's what we're gonna aim for here. Do as many reps as I can, and then record it down and see how we did in comparison to last week. Oh. Fuck. That last rep was scary. Alright. Still figuring out some of this camera stuff and also talking to you guys, but yeah, I lowered the weight a bit. That was a bit of a scary set, I'll be honest. 6 reps of 80. That's an improvement. I think last week I did 9 reps of 70. So, good that I felt strong. Want to try and get 10 reps of 70 now after that set of 80 kgs. Yeah, I mean, that's all it is, right? It's so darn simple. Just progressive overload, lift more than you did last week. That should be your goal every time. And the rest comes outside of the gym anyways, right? Like the nutrition, like I was talking about, the sleep, even hydration, stuff like that. I mean, none of that happens in here. All you have to do in here is lift more than last week. Let's do it. Last week we had 9 reps of 24. Now we aim for 10. That's it. All right. So far, so good on the progressive overload today. Let's not stop with that. And then I think also I felt a pretty good stretch there. I'm already starting to feel a little bit of a pump. So then we just keep focusing on the stretch and slow eccentrics, especially moving away from compound movements like the bench press.
I'll admit, last set was a bit iffy. Felt it a lot in my biceps, which is not ideal. Really want to feel it most in my chest. So we're going to change up a few things, maybe adjust the seat height, and then I usually spread my legs a bit more. It just looks really weird, but I think that bracing just helps me like fully focus on my chest. Alright, so apparently, last time I did these, I did 9 reps of 14 kgs. I'm calling complete and utter bullshit on that. I think I'm gaslighting myself. But, always start with left hand on biceps because, yeah, that's way too heavy, bro. It might have been because it was a different cable machine. You don't have to wait. But yeah, always start with left hand on these because my right arm's always stronger, so if I want my left arm to catch up eventually, then stop my right arm where my left hand stopped. Alright, just simple cable bicep curls. That feels too light. Maybe 10 kgs. AMRAP, like always, it should be around 8 reps. Really, another thing I do with bicep curls specifically is I flex my tricep at the bottom of the movement to make sure that I'm starting from as stretch as my bicep can get. Alright. lengthen partials, hammer up, proper form, as much stretch as possible. Let's go. Alright. Hopefully, hopefully this camera angle holds. Alright. Hopefully this camera angle holds. But, yeah. This is our last set. Just gonna do some curls. Working my favorite muscle group. Besides ass, of course. Alright. I think more than 8 or 9 should do it. Reps, I mean. But yeah, after this last set of biceps, I'm going to do some abs. Again, no need for cardio. I walk too much at my job, and to and from the gym, honestly, it's a 30-minute walk to the gym. So I do at least around 3 miles just walking to the gym and back. So unlike a lot of bodybuilders that I watch in America, when you live in a walking city, I mean, most in England are walking, but when you're looking at other countries like America or who knows, I assume Canada is similar. I haven't been to many other ones that aren't walkable. A lot of European countries are walkable, but when you live in a city like that, or even in general, if you live in England and you just drive everywhere, fully understand getting those 10,000 steps in minimum, especially on a cut, trying to burn the weight that way, or kind of trick your body into a calorie deficit that way. But yeah, like currently I walk plenty, so luckily don't really have to do too much cardio at the gym. But definitely need to keep focusing abs so that they're more prominent. and they come through a little bit quicker. But yeah, definitely starting to feel the leanness. One more set. That hurt. We're done, bro. We're done. I mean, I definitely say we're starting to look pretty good. That's a good pump, I'll be honest. But yeah, that's it from us in the gym. That's it for the posing. I'll speak to you guys after I'm out of the gym, whether I'm on the walk home or after I get home. See you guys in a bit.
Finished the gym about 20 minutes ago, and had a quick stop by Tesco's. Now, almost home. But yeah, I mean, that was a really solid lift. I'm really happy with that one. Like I said, I believe in the post-posing bit of this video. Just really, really solid pump, and I think the biggest thing is I'm just starting to really just feel proud of my body and like really confident in it. The way I was looking in the mirror today, I'm really, really happy with how that's turning out right now. Ugh. It's way too fucking cold out. That's what I do know, though. Fucking hell. Like, how can I still see my breath when during the day it's so sunny and so warm? What the heck, bro? But yeah, I'm really, really glad and relieved, I guess, that all of this. I mean, you haven't seen a lot of the effort, guys. I'll be honest. We're on day like 7 or 8 or something, in the recordings. But I've been going at the diet pretty hard for the last 2 months. Well, I say pretty hard, harder than I ever have, with protein and also tracking my calories. So after about 2 months of a deficit, I'm really relieved to start seeing that progress. I think I saw my abs today. that I'm at a loss for words, honestly, with how happy I am that happened. So yeah, that's about it as a summary of just how I'm feeling and how the day went. I feel like we're still on track to start looking real freaky real soon. And I mean, I've been promising a lot of the people in my personal life that the sacrifice of the treats, the plethora of treats that I'm offered at work, it's all gonna be worth it because of how much of a freak I'm gonna look like. So gotta start proving them right. But yeah, you guys start doing so as well. You know, like if you've really been contemplating starting for the longest time, or even not for the longest time, just been contemplating starting. Sorry, I'm a little bit focused on not dying in the road crossing situation, but yeah, if you guys have been contemplating even whatsoever starting your journey through getting stronger, through fitness, through weight training, through any sort of movement really on a regular basis, just do it, dude. Like, you're not going to be good at anything when you start, and you'll only think yourself later. So just do it, bro. That's the best advice I can offer you. And I'm so thankful that I, as awkward as I was, started my journey as well, like 3 months, I said 3 months, 3 years ago, around now. It took me a while to get good at this, I'll be honest, and I don't even know if I can consider myself that now, but if I hadn't started 3 years ago, I'd be 3 years behind, you know? So start now, guys, honestly. Join me, join everyone else who's starting now and who will start in the future, you know? Like, you're not behind. You're not too late. There's so many other people that will begin after you. There's so many people who have began way before people like Chris Bumstead or Sam Sulek or any of these big names that maybe you're watching, trying to get into the right mind and motivation to start these gym journeys. So just go do it. Go freaking do it. That's about it for me, I think. That's my final message for today. And a really, really successful chest and biceps day. If I don't say so, or if I do say so myself, I'm gonna go scran some food, I think, when I get home. Some high protein, low calorie meal. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.